Good morning everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Paper Crafts 67. Envelope projects. I've been doing quite a bit with the humble old envelope of late, and there was a challenge over at the Lavender Blue group on Facebook. Sal put up a challenge that we had to do a little mini ephemera folio. So again, it was a great little envelope project. This is not the one that I did for the challenge. This is a separate little add-on to this ephemera bundle that I've been doing for the Etsy store. But yeah, they're just a great little idea to use just a couple of standard sized little envelopes. You can make them as elaborate as you like. You can do your pocket combination however you want. But this is the one that I have done as my prototype. I've got a section there for a journal card. I've got a little pocket there, the diagonal fold pocket there, and I've also included another section up the top here for a tag or a larger journal card. So yeah, I thought we would do one together on camera so you can see just how easy they can be. So I'll pop those to the side. I'm going to do the one on camera today in an astrology theme. I've been commissioned to do a journal for a lady in an astrology celestial theme. I am a little bit out of my depth because I've never done something in this theme before, but I thought we'd give it a go and see what it turns out like. I've gone ahead in time and I've just cut my 4 pieces of paper. This is a background image from the public domain, very old and very vintage, but I thought it looked quite fitting for the theme of this journal. So I've cut out my paper. I have also, just for ease of the video, I've cut out my pockets and a little bit of my ephemera that we will place in it later. But yeah, to begin with, just the construction of the folio is simple. It's a simple concept. It's 2 envelopes. Now these ones are small. They measure about 14.5 by 9, but you could use any size envelope that you had at home because you know the construction of it is all very similar or the same. You can also do a whole lot of different combinations. These make great little flip outs and things like that. So for this one here, it's as simple as this very first envelope, which will become our cover. I'm just going to seal that envelope up, completely seal it up, give that a good burnish through there. So that's our cover. And then the second side is the envelope. You've got your outside of the flap that opens, but on the inside here we're just going to lay some glue and we're basically going to stick those 2 together. So I'm just going to use my Helmers for this because I want a nice strong fix. I want to know it's going to stay there forever. So I'm just using that. And then when you go to lay it down, there is that natural fold there of the flap. So this piece here, you want to keep that just shy of the side of that score line, just so that you're not creating an obstruction for your fold. So just line that up as best you can, and then I just give that a really good burnish down. And there you have it. That is our little booklet. And then the embellishing is however you would like to do it. What I also do, I will lay my paper first, and then we're just going to cut a hair off the top of this one here, and we're going to cut a hair off of this one here, and then that sections will create your front journal card pocket and also your tag pocket up the top there. Okay, so I will lay my paper down first. I've gone ahead and cut them in advance, so it's just, you know, pick your right side and your wrong. Yep. This is a bit all over the place, this print, so I don't really think it matters how it's laid down. And I am just going to use glue stick because I've just printed those out onto copy paper, and it's just a paper envelope, so I'm fairly confident that the glue stick will give me a nice addition there. I'm just using a cheaper glue stick at the moment, and I can't say that I'm a fan. It's very, very sticky. And I know glue sticks are sticky, but some of them are stickier than others, and I don't like it. So I have to make a trip to Officeworks. So that's my cover page done. And now I open up and I'll paper the inside of there with our front cover. Like so, and just lay that down as close as I can. Just it'd be good if I had like a cream coloured envelope for a project like this, especially when it's a black background, because then the white wouldn't be so obvious, but I don't, so we're just going to utilise our ink. Then we come to this pocket, this envelope, part of the envelope here. Now, as I said, I want to cut a hair off the top of there to create a pocket. So if I was just to lay my glue down and put it down, I would close up a certain section of my pocket, and I don't want that. So I'm actually going to lay my glue on to the envelope for this one, just making sure that I'm only covering the envelope, and then that way I will keep my pocket open. Now when you come to this section, you do want to lay your glue just along that line, just so that your paper can stick, but you're not actually closing up the inside of that envelope. And again, just keeping it just shy of the center crease of the two envelopes. Oops, that's not really in. I must have cut this piece a little shorter, but that's okay. That's why we use ink. Giving it all a good burnish, just to make sure that everything's stuck to everything. Now on the back, I am going to paper the back of it, because at this stage I'm not sure whether I want to stick it on the journal as a page embellishment or tuck it into a pocket. But if your intention was to have this actually stuck down into a journal page, you wouldn't have to put anything on the back, because you'd be wasting your paper if you did. But I'm undecided, so I'm going to do it now while we're on camera. So I'm just going to lay that down like so, and give that a nice burnish. Open the camera. Alright, so that is our little booklet folio papered, constructed and put together. You could ink now, or you could ink at the end. It doesn't really matter. We might ink at the end, just in case we run out of time. Alright, so now the next step that I would want to do is I want to cut this section here away, so that I have my little pocket for my tag. And I'm just taking, an 1/8 of an inch, if that, away from there. And that just creates your little pocket in there. It's all still a bit wet and sticky, so that's your pocket in there, created nicely. And then I'm going to do the same along the front cover. Just take a hair off the edge of that one as well. Right, so, and then that again creates a pocket for a larger journal card in the front there. Okay, so there we have it. As I said, just for ease of the video, I've gone ahead and I've made up my pockets and my front focal piece, and I've used a printable from Teal and Tattered on Etsy. I'll link it below. I just can't think of the name of it at the moment, but it's a lot of astronomy, astrology, and planetary type things in there, so I thought we'll use that as our ephemera. But for the front focal point, I'm just using a tarot card in the theme of astrology, and I've just layered that onto some music paper, and I've done some machine stitching and so forth, distress inking. So I'm going to put that on there as my focal point. on the front of this. Just lay down some glue. Like that, and just center that to that front cover. Okay, and then we've got our front pocket. So I have got this journal card. I haven't machine stitched or inked it yet, so I'll come back and do that, but it fits really nicely inside of that front pocket, and by doing that too, it gives the little folio a little bit of stability too. And so now in this folio I did a little, I think it's about a 2.5 inch pocket there, and I did the diagonal side tuck pocket on this one. But on this one I've just got these images, and that's the Alchemist's Hand and another tarot card, the Star. And as the lady who has commissioned me to make this journal, she reads tarot cards as a hobby, so I thought it was quite fitting to add some of those elements into her journal. So I'm just going to be sticking that one down there on that side as a tuck, and sticking that one down there on that side as a little tuck. These images are they're about, what are they, 9 by 6.25, this one. So when I laid it down onto some book page, and when I went to cut it, because I'm making it the side a little tuck spot, I've just left about maybe a quarter of an inch paper just around the surrounding of the image on the two sides, just so that I can tuck those behind and create those little gussets for my pocket, so that it just gives me a little bit more room to add a little bit more ephemera. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop this one into this side, put some glue down, and again I'm using my Helmers because it's a pocket, and it will, you know, things will be pulled in and pulled out and put inside, so I want that to have a nice strong bond. So pop that there like so, right as close to the edge as I can, like that. And then that creates a nice little tuck spot for some ephemera to go into there. And the same with this one here. I'm just going to put that onto that side there, and I've created the pocket in the same way. I've just placed my image down on some book page, and then I've cut around the image on two sides flush, and the other two sides I've left about 1/4 of an inch of paper to create my little gussets for the pocket. I hope that makes sense. I'm just going to put that one there like that. And then that would create another little pocket there. Or, well, yes, we need ephemera for there. We've also got this pocket up the top here for a tag or a larger journaling card to go into. So that can slip in there quite nicely. And then I've just got this little word Star, which I thought worked well for the theme again, so I'm just going to pop that one there. Put that one in the middle there, like so. And then we may have time to just do a bit of inking. Give that a minute to dry. Ink tools. I've just started using this makeup brush ink. Well, it's a makeup brush, but I've seen a lot of YouTube ladies, crafters, using it for an ink tool. I like it. It has taken me a little bit of time to learn how to use it, if you will, just for pressure, because it does disperse quite an amount of ink. But yeah, I have used a lot of different tools for inking. Obviously the traditional inker is my favourite, but I have run out of the foam pads, and I've noticed that this one's starting to crack, and a lot of the foam is now starting to fall down on my work, so I didn't want to use that. I went out and bought one of those egg-shaped makeup sponges, but yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. Yeah, my hands were getting full of ink, and yeah, I didn't like it. But this one, I must admit, the more that I use it, the more I enjoy it. It feels really nice in your hand, and it's not foam, it's like little bristles, so it does disperse a really nice amount of ink. And they were cheap. I just found it in one of my little local $2 shops here in Brisbane. We have a crate, it's called the Reject Shop, so I think it was $4.99 or $4.95 or something like that. And yeah, it's nice fine bristles. It's a nice padded area, so it does disperse ink well. And yeah, so if you've seen other crafters use them and you're thinking of trying them, give it a try. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I was. Alright, so we've inked, everything is stuck down, and we'll pop our ephemera back inside. I still have to make a tag for this top section, and our journal card sits in the front. I'll put a little pull on that. So there you go. That is as simple as it is. It's a nice little addition to a junk journal. Easy to make. You could sit and do a lot of bulk creating. I know a lot of ladies do that type of thing. I tend to make one piece at a time, but I really want to get into the habit of making bulk ephemera. So it's it's just a nice little idea. It's a little extra to put into a journal. As I said, this is the astrology journal that I've started. So you can pick a page. You could decide to completely adhere it to that page as a page embellishment, or you could put it into a pocket, slip it into a pocket inside your journal, and it's just a little extra ephemera storage space. So if you're thinking of giving it a go, give it a go, because it's really, really easy. 2 envelopes, any size you want, any combination of pockets that you like, and the sky's the limit in the sense of embellishing. You can keep it plain like I have on this one, or you can add a little bit of materials. I probably will jazz that up a little bit with something. I'm not sure yet. As I said, I haven't done this a lot. I've never done an astrology journal before, so I don't have the standard supplies in my stash that I would if I was doing a botanical or something like that. But we'll get there. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. Give them a go. They're so simple. I very much enjoyed making this for the challenge over at Lavender Blue. Every month, twice a month sometimes, there'll be a challenge put forward, and they're always fun and interesting. So yeah, hop on over there and join the group if you haven't already. It's great, lovely ladies. Fiona's got a beautiful Etsy shop with digitals. Check it out, give it a go. Thank you so much for joining me today. As I said, I hope this was helpful. I hope everyone is keeping well, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.